Hi everybody, I'm Brent Kelley with the Stoker Con 17 video gang here today chatting with award-winning author and awesome person Elizabeth Hand. Thanks for stopping by, Elizabeth.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So what kind of things are you most excited for at Stoker Con 17?
Oh, I'm excited about all of it. I have not been to a Stoker Con before, but friends of mine have gone. In particular, my good friend Ellen Datlow, and she's always raved about what a great time she has. So I'm just looking forward to being there and, connecting with people who I know and meeting people who I don't know and, writers and others. I'm excited that Tananarive Due is going to be there, and also, of course, George Martin and Pete Crowther, who's an old pal from PS Publishing, and I'm probably forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting?
Oh, bunches. There's Gretchen McNeil and Stephen Graham Jones.
Right, yeah, Steve Jones, yeah.
I'm forgetting some too.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I should have the cheat sheet in front of me. Anyway, so I'm excited about that, and just the whole thing, and also just not being in Maine for a few days, because even at the end of April, I've been here where Memorial Day it's really cold, and in April where it snows. So it'll be nice to be away from all that, because I gather it doesn't do that very often in Long Beach, right? Like it hardly ever. So we'll hope for that.
I believe it's your latest book is Hard Light.
Yes, I actually have a little book that just came out this week, which is probably technically my latest, and it's a collection. It's sort of a collection of different things, some stories and interviews and essays and things, and that's from a West Coast publisher called PM Press, actually an anarchist sort of leftist press, and so that's new, and that's called Fire. But my most recent real book, big book, yes, that would be Hard Light. So
what can you tell us about Cass Neary?
What can I tell you about Cass Neary?
Not a broad question.
Yeah, right. What can I tell you? What can I not tell you about her? Well, she, probably, as I said, she's probably not somebody you would want to be stuck sitting next to on a Greyhound bus for a long trip. But, other than that, she's reckless, kind of a hard ass, pain in the butt. Sometimes, heavy drinker, boozer, speed freak, sometimes kleptomaniac. It's sort of like, what's not to like?
Well, it sounds like she's a lot of fun to write about. Do you have more planned for her?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm working on the fourth book now, which is called The Book of Lamps and Banners, and I basically would like to keep writing the books as long as I enjoy writing them, and as long as people enjoy reading them. I don't want to burn out on it. I would rather burn the books than, reach a point where I'm just kind of going through the motions and, I don't know, don't really have my heart in it anymore. At that point, I might send her over the cliff like Sherlock Holmes. But for the moment, I'm happy doing the books. They're a lot of fun.
So would you say any punk music icons kind of make it into your work as characters, or?
Excuse me, I'm just getting some water. Well, at some point I've got to write my friend Legs McNeil into it, because Legs is a totally iconic. He is an icon, and he's also a really, really smart, really funny guy. And I've been trying to think of a way to get him in there. It's tough now because the punk icons of my generation, a lot of them are dead. So I would love to get some younger, get some new younger blood in there, but kind of have to wait and see. The current book is set. The first part is set in London, and then the latter part goes off to Sweden, and it does deal with music. I was sort of doing research into some of this kind of odd fringe of folk music, which is sometimes affiliated with the white supremacist movement. And so I've been listening to some of that, and I'm kind of working that into the current story. And so it's interesting. I always like to discover new music or find out more about music that I already know a little bit about. Kind of keeps me on my toes, even if I don't always really like the music very much. I enjoy researching it.
There's a lot of music in Wildin Hall as well, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to write. Yeah, that was sort of my I wanted to make sort of a musical, a documentary, a mockumentary about a non-existent acid folk band from the late 60s, early 70s. And yeah, that was great. I watched so much documentary footage, and just, it was amazing. I spent like a couple of weeks doing nothing but looking for stuff online about every obscure or well-known British folk band from the 60s and 70s. And somebody last year shot me a note and said, "Hey, did you see this?" And sent me to Richard Thompson's Facebook page. And I'm a huge Richard Thompson fan. He plays in Maine, usually about once a year here at the Camden Opera House, and I'll go and hear him. And the band Wind Hollow Fair in Wildin Hall is very much inspired by Fairport Convention and the time they spent at Farley Chamberlain when they were recording Legion Leaf. And anyway, somebody had given a copy of the book to Thompson, and he really liked it. And he said, said words to the effect that I'd like totally nailed the band and the scene and that time and Nick Drake. And I was like, wow, that's good, I can die happy now. Richard Thompson read my book and he liked it. So that was pretty cool.